Okay, well, when I'm taking expensive lights to bits, I might as well take a VL5 to bits as well. This is a very early VL5 moving light by VL5, and these were so highly prized when they first came out. You couldn't actually buy them, you had to just hire them in as required. So basically speaking, it's what you might call it slightly it's got a processor in it, but it's not able to operate on its own. It needs a repeater unit that takes in the DMX and converts it to the VL5 protocol. But after that, the units communicate. They do quite complex things. It's not just communication. They can upload software and stuff between these units and the main unit. It's quite sophisticated little lights. They've basically got stepper motor drivers and output, and the stepper motors are actually small linear actuators where you've got a rotating core inside and a threaded section that will then wind in and out. And when these wind in and out, just detach one from here so you can see this, it actually moves an outer ring which activates these dichroic louvers, and it means that it can be varied. You've got cyan, magenta, yellow again, and in this case it's a tungsten version, so it's got a frost in the front. If it was the mesohalide discharge version, the discharge lamp version, the front one would actually be a blackout shutter, so you could actually control, you could shut the light out completely while keeping the lamp on inside. So that's fundamentally all there is to these. They have a tilt motor, a geared tilt motor, and a pan motor in the top. So, and yeah, they're very good. The fact they're so simple. I mean, I keep saying they're simple, but then they're actually quite complex processor board in them. But they're very rugged. They can handle being put outdoors and getting wet, and to a degree, without actually just blowing up like a lot of the modern electronic ones do. So this is it's a very old light, but still widely in use. We certainly use a lot of them in this job. Mainly the tungsten ones now. We used to use a lot of the discharge lamp ones, which had the... there's another thing worth noting. The discharge lamp ones had the igniter in the top yoke, and they had the electronic ballasts mounted remotely, and it meant that they're very light. You know, I can pick one of these up in each hand. I could even, if I wanted to, pick a couple up in each hand, and you can't do that with many of these modern moving lights. So yeah, it's definitely it's a great little light. I'd hate to say how old this light is, and I'd hate to even guess what shows it's been on, because it's probably seen more musical and rock and roll history than yeah, it's seen its fair share. It's been in movies. This particular light is guaranteed. It's just been everywhere, because all these lights were in heavy use all the time. Great little lights. They're actually very good.